To everything there is a season is very true, and it is also a concept that will deeply impact your health if you know how to leverage it properly. Last night, my garden froze solid, and I always get super sad at the end of the growing season. I also usually make a tremendous amount of work for myself because I'm taking in all of the last of the tomatoes and the tomatillos, and all of those things need to be processed. I bring in the last of the flowers, and this year we even had an odd bloom of lilacs. They were a little mixed up about the season. So what Eastern medicine concepts and the most ancient traditions teach us is that our bodies change seasonally. And I've been teaching these concepts for years, especially from Chinese medicine and Ayurveda, because I know for myself and for my clients, when we can lean into the purpose of each season. So for instance, where we are right now, the purpose is to harvest, obviously. We will find points of leverage for our health. But where this really became extremely pertinent for me is when I also plugged in the cycle of the day. So we have multiple cycles going. We have the day, we have the month, and we have the seasons of the year. I had underestimated the importance of the cycle of the day. And a lot of the recommendations, especially from Ayurveda, didn't make sense to me all the time, especially for winter, because it talked about getting up really early. But now as I'm starting to go to bed really early, as the sun is going down earlier every night, I'm finding myself waking up before the sun, which is unheard of for me, and being in this liminal space of clarity where I'm getting downloads and I'm praying and I'm meditating and I'm getting clarity on so many different things. And this is showing that the darker half of the year, the yin half of the year, is meant for us to rest, to replenish after all of the work of the growing season, but also to connect with that internal process where we dream the dreams for whatever is coming next. And as we follow those cycles of the day and the cycles of the year, not only do we see the clarity for like our life's direction change, I've had so many clients really change trajectory of their lives after implementing these principles. Once you plug the circadian alignment into this, it is like explosion after explosion in your brain of all of the realizations of how the body is meant to ebb and flow and how much better you feel when you allow for that in your life. But when people start to implement the circadian, Pluto, what often happens is that a lot of questions come up because this is very counter to how our modern life works. I'm going to teach how to do this in my new mentorship, so check it out below.